The astronauts sat in the briefing room of the Venera Ascendant, lit by the soft illumination of the displays. In front of them flickered a holographic representation of the timeline, a projection of Ingrid and Soraya that they had programmed together. The display was unusual. Instead of a straight line, there was a slice-like structure, similar to a sliced loaf of bread. Each layer represented a moment in time. It showed a city on Earth with buildings and vehicles from the past on the left-hand side of the picture and buildings and vehicles from the future on the right-hand side. "Okay, I understand that we can jump in time," Priya began skeptically, "but how is this loaf of bread thing going to help us save Luis and free Ayana at the same time?" Ingrid stood up, tapped the hologram, and spoke in a calm but firm voice. "This is not a simple line. Time is not an arrow. According to the block universe theory, or as we call it, the loaf model, past, present, and future all exist simultaneously." Ayana frowned. "Wait a minute. Are you saying that while we're sitting here, we're still fighting in the past and making our next plan in the future?" "Exactly," Soraya confirmed. Her voice was neutral, but her eyes lit up as she elaborated on the idea. "Imagine the loaf of bread. Each slice is a moment in time. Our perception of time as linear, past, present, future, is only an illusion. We experience the loaf slice by slice, but in truth, everything exists simultaneously." Ayana leaned on the console and stared at the projection. "That sounds all well and good, but if it all exists at the same time, why can't we just go back in time, switch off the auteur, and fix everything?" Ingrid shook her head. "Because each slice of the loaf is already a fixed reality. We can enter and experience it, but we don't change the loaf itself. That's the crux of the matter. We can only act within the system." "And what if we could look at the loaf from the outside?" asked Priya, leaning against the wall with his arms folded. "If everything exists, why are we limited to one perspective?" Soraya replied promptly, "Because we are part of the loaf. We're like raisins in a raisin loaf. We can move within the mass, but we can't detach ourselves from the structure." "That still doesn't explain," Kenji replied, "how we're supposed to rescue Luis from the past without taking the whole loaf apart." Ayana raised a hand to make the point. "Wait, if each slice already exists and we can act there, then any change in one slice would affect the entire loaf, right?" "Yes," Ingrid confirmed. "That's the paradox. Every change we make in the past was already part of the loaf. Even our desire to change something could be predetermined."